Welcome to the studio of Just Minding My Business Media, LLC. Each day is a perfect day. It has always been perfect from the moment God created it and said it is good. Step into the fire of self-discovery. This fire will not burn you. It will only burn what you are not. Muji. Today, Just Minding My Business Media, LLC is pleased to continue interviews with the contributing authors of the soon-to-be-released anthology, Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Many times in life, in ways that are far from our comprehension, God employs trials to purify our hearts and refine our minds. Forged by Fire, Built God Tough is an all-female testament that illuminates the refining process. These 21 courageous women have been tried and tested through virtually unconquerable circumstances, but have emerged powerful, unrelenting, refined, and are sharing their stories as testimonies to God's miraculous power. So today we welcome Dawn Leak, Ketrice Keys, Monica B. Winston, Nicole Dudley, and Robin Goff. We begin our interview today with Nicole Dudley. Nicole R. Dudley is a minister, intercessor, generational curse breaker, Christian life coach, and Amazon best-selling author. For the past 10 years, Nicole has served her community as a certified pharmacy technician. Nicole is the founder of My Sisters Keep Her, which ministers to the total woman to bring transformation to every area of her life, helping to acknowledge pain, heal hurt, and discover their purpose. Nicole is the best-selling author of Purposefully Broken, Discovering Your Purpose in the Brokenness of Your Past, and also Mistaken Identity, The Me I Did Not See. She is also a co-author in the best-selling anthology, Dear Young Woman, Volume 2, Readjust Your Crown, and now a co-author in the soon-to-be-released bestseller anthology, Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Welcome, Nicole.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us, Nicole, tell us who Nicole is.
Nicole is a person who is allowing God to use her. I'm using my past, my hurts, my brokenness to encourage and inspire women all over the world. So I'm just a vessel that's being used by God.
That's right. Isn't it a wonderful thing when God uses you?
Yeah.
Because it always works out.
Mm-hmm.
Always works out. So give us a little bit of a snippet about what your chapter is about.
So my chapter is titled Faith Under Fire. So for the past 4 years, I suffered with cerebral spinal fluid leaking from my nose. I had increased pressure on my brain, and that pressure was causing cracks between the tissues of my skull and brain, and it was causing cerebral spinal fluid to leak. And so I had several surgeries, ended up having brain surgery in 2019. So here I am in 2020, and I was found unresponsive on the floor in my house December 4th. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks from December 4th to December 23rd. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks at 3 different hospitals. And I just went through test after test every single day to the point where I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit because I'm just like, God, I've been having surgeries about this particular issue since 2018. When is it going to stop? And so in that moment, I realized I was being forged by fire because not only did God heal me, but he restored me. I don't look like I had brain surgery in 2019. I don't look like what I've been through in December of 2020. They had to call 2 rapid responses on me last year because I passed out at the hospital and they had to revive me and bring me back. I don't look like it. And so I wanted to use this story and I titled it Faith Under Fire because I had to hold on to the faith that I had to get me through. I had to hold on to the faith when I'm in the hospital bed and then my neurosurgeon comes in and shaves off all of my hair. So this haircut is a result of what happened to me last year. I had to have faith under fire when I'm undergoing emergency surgeries. I had to hold on to that faith when my blood pressure was rising and I kept having seizure after seizure after seizure. I had to hold on to my faith under fire. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Miss Ruth and Miss Ida, I wanted to give up. A part of me wanted to give up and throw in the towel, but I'm thankful that the Holy Spirit lives within me because He reminded me of who I was and who I belonged to. So that's why I titled it Faith Under Fire. So that's a little bit about my chapter without getting too deep. That's a little bit about my chapter.
Well, that title is certainly fitting
Hmm.
because your faith was definitely under fire,
Oh, yes, it was.
without a doubt. And I know there was probably times where you know, was having some good conversations with God.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we can't wait to engage in that. And I know that it's definitely going to heal somebody else who might be going through a similar situation. So thank you so much for sharing. And let's see, we got, yes, Ketrice says, yes, remember who and whose you are. Yes, indeed, because at the end of the day, we are not our keepers
Mm-mm,
at all.
not at all.
And your testimony definitely lends itself to that because without God bringing you through this, you wouldn't be here sharing this with us today.
Yeah, and
And
that's I'm sorry.
most
That's why
certainly, you do not look like what you've been through.
that's why I just love the title "Forged by Fire, Built by Tough," because in that moment, the Lord reminded me that He was the fourth man in the fire with me, and I wasn't consumed, and I don't smell like smoke, and I had to remind myself, Nicole, you don't look like what you've been through. Like when I tell my testimony to people and they're looking at me and it's like, you don't look like it. I said, I know. And I give all glory to God. So when Miss Ketrice told me about this anthology, I was just like, okay, Lord, you want these people to know what happened to me, and I'm going to be obedient and I'm going to share it.
All righty, then. I'm so glad you said yes because I can't wait to read your entire chapter
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I'm sure it's going to be very in depth in terms of what you went through and how God pulled you through. So
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much,
Thank you.
Nicole, for sharing. We truly appreciate you
Mhm.
and looking forward to reading your chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. So that was powerful.
Yes, it's amazing what we can live through if we have faith.
Hmm.
So, our next person coming up will be Monica B. Winston, who is an author, administrative specialist, and veteran with a profound vernacular for servant leadership. Having served 3 years in the military as well as sustaining a successful career as deputy clerk for the city of Macomb, Monica understands the vital impact justice has when extended with compassion. Adding to a spectacular career in philanthropy, Monica serves as a minister of the gospel under the leadership of pastors Robert and Daphne Knox at Newness of Life Worship Center in Macomb, Mississippi. She is committed to a sincere life of servitude anchored by faith, leader, enthusiast, humanitarian, and now contributing author to the soon to be released anthology Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Welcome, Monica.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, can you
Hello,
hear us,
hello, how you
Monica?
doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Yes, I can hear you.
So tell us
I'm
who
doing
Monica
well. I'm
is.
doing well.
Good.
Well, Monica is a mother. Monica is a grandmother. She's a vet. Monica, I am a most of all, most importantly, I am a daughter of the King, and I am a servant.
All righty now. So give us a little snippet of your what your chapter is going to be about in Forged by Fire.
So, a little snippet just to give you a little bit. My chapter is about a failed marriage. I was married for 25 years, and that marriage came to an end. And at that time in my life, the kids were grown and gone, so it was just me and my husband. And when he asked me for a divorce, I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to be able to survive that because I've known him since I was 19. And to be 45, ending in a relationship, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how people were going to look at me. I felt guilt. I was ashamed. Um, all of those things. I had insecurity. I was hurt. Everything you can think of, I went through it. And it had gotten so bad in my life until, I just wanted to end it all. I had thoughts of suicide. Not only did I have thoughts of suicide, um, I planned it out how to do it because
Mm.
I didn't see any reason for living and I didn't have hope. But it was through that time when I allowed God to work on me, to come in and start burning those things away, burning away the hurt, burning away the pain, that I began to see the light. I began to see that I was going to make it out. And my title of my chapter is Beauty for Ashes. Because when he started burning away all the hurt, when he started burning away all of the pain, all of the guilt I was going through, the only thing that was left was the ashes. And the breath of God, he blew those ashes away. And what was left was the beauty of his grace, the beauty of who he was to me, the beauty of him restoring me, building me back up into the person, that he had called me to be. So here I am today, standing on the other side of my pain, standing strong, standing in him. And my chapter is to encourage women to let them know that if you go through a divorce, your life is not over. It's not over. It's only the beginning. God is not finished writing your story. So that's what my chapter is about.
Wow. Wow. That is just amazing. And so many women's story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's a long time from
Yes,
19
yes,
to that's a really long time. And I can
that's a long
imagine
time.
what you went through. I've been through a divorce, and I wasn't with my
Yes,
ex-husband as long as you, and it was devastating for me. But so I
yes,
know that had to be you was a teenager when you got married.
exactly. I was a teenager.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But the power of
And I
faith,
hope
the
women
power.
realize, yes, yes, I hope women realize that they can make it. They can make it. With God, they can make it.
Yes, they can. And thank you so much for sharing your
Yes.
testimony. And this, you're going to heal so many women with your words because there's a woman that is going through it right now. there's a woman getting ready to go through it, and there's a woman coming out of it like you.
Mm.
So you will
Right.
be able to touch all
Thank
of
you for
those
having me.
circumstances. Thank you so much, and you have a great one. I can't wait to read your chapter. Wow.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many women going into it, and some of
Oh,
them are
yeah.
just coming out of it, or some of them are in it and feeling the fire.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, I know that had to be that's I mean, I was divorced and that was a devastating moment for me and it took me a year to really get myself together
Hmm.
from that. But to be for somebody for since a kid pretty much,
Well,
that is really I can't imagine
yeah.
that pain that she had to overcome.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well, that's what fire will do for you. It allows you to go through it, come through it, and when you get on the other side, the opening quote that I use says that it just burns away who
Mhm.
you are not. And what I see in all of these uh, authors for this anthology is that they've all been through the fire and they've all discovered to a certain point that all that they're not, that's all that they lost, was all that they were not. And what's being revealed is this sterling character. And that's something that's highly commendable.
Mhm.
So many people don't go through the fire, they find an exit. They find some sort of exit in some sort of addiction. It may be alcohol, it may be drugs, it may be anything. But to stand fast and go through it, that is a sterling character.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yes.
When we will continue because we have three more wonderful people to hear from, and the next person is going to be Robin Goff. Robin is an author, speaker, superlative educationalist, advisor, and the proud CEO and founder of Medulla Mama, LLC, an innovative educational specialty providing a multi-genre clientele with in-person and virtual academic tutoring services, literacy and technologically enhanced classes, as well as quintessential business services, products, resume formation, and much more. Robin's success is backed by a 16-year career in teaching, facilitation, coaching, and advising, often recognized for an uncanny ability in infusing practicality with unyielding compassion for those she serves. Robin is fashioned to be one of the most intriguing thought leaders of her time and the co-author of the soon-to-be released anthology, Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Welcome, Robin.
Yes, welcome. Can you hear us, Robin?
Hello. Thank
Hey.
you, Miss Ida and Miss Ruth.
Yes. Tell
Yes,
us a
I
little.
can.
Okay, good. I want to
Hey,
know about.
thank you
Me-
for having me.
yes, exactly. I'm intrigued by the name of your company, Medulla Mama. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Medulla
Okay.
Mama came from there's a movie called The Water Boy. And so he uses the term medulla, which is a part of the brain. And so how fitting it would be for actually my company that actually I'm launching. I'm in the midst of launching. And so, with Medulla Mama, actually I'm the mama, Medulla student as well as not just public school, or should I say kindergarten through 12th grade, but also for young adults as well, or seasoned adults. So they're using their brain in order to improve their life.
Hmm. Okay. Breaking up a little bit, Robin.
Hmm.
Did you? Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm not what part that you got, but I was saying that medulla mama is actually medulla is used in the Water Boy movie where and so that's where I actually got the name from.
Okay. I like it. I really like it. It definitely has a nice ring to it. So give us a snippet of your chapter. Can you hear us?
Well, the name of my chapter is Broken Egg. Um, yes, I hear you, but I hear you.
Okay.
I
Okay,
hear
just
you.
give us a little. Okay,
So
good.
the
I hear
name of
you
my
too. Give
chapter
us a
is Broken
snippet.
Egg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's about actually I'm that broken egg. I fell into a point in my life where I look for other people to give me validation, and because of that, I fell into a depression. I even had thoughts of suicide. I didn't have any self. I actually, I didn't even think I had value at all. So because of that, I didn't realize what the problem was at the point till I started my chapter. And Ketrice and I actually had a conversation one day, and it made me realize why I was dealing with these issues. It was not until I started to write my chapter that I understood what was happening
Hmm.
Okay, we having a little bit of technical issue.
Difficulties.
Yes, Robin. Okay, so we're gonna
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Continue. You sound pretty good when you said yes.
But that's where I fell into a depression. I was seeking actually validation, and I just allowed this to take over my life. Um and the Almighty could have saved me, but he
No, this
wanted
isn't
me
working.
being able to know about what was going on with me. A lot of times we have to get to the root of the cause. And so once I it was not until later, but he allowed me to be broken all the way down so actually he could put me back together again. And so once I became all the way, he allowed me to be broken down. He was able to remove some of these things that I had carried with me in my life for years, and I didn't even realize it.
Hmm. Wow, we can't wait to read your chapter because that's a lot of people's stories. You know, getting those layers off and getting down to the real nitty gritty, doing some inner work, which is very important and really something we have to do on a day to day basis. So we're looking forward to reading your chapter, and we want to thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us. All righty. We
Mhm.
are moving right along.
Yes. Well, let's take a pause and we're going to talk about just minding my business media for just a moment. For those who are watching, listening, who aren't familiar with the work that we do, Just Minding My Business Media LLC is a known entity in the digital marketing arena, from podcasts to promotions, commercials, and mega exposure on social media and now TV. 10x your business starting today with digital marketing from Just Minding My Business Media LLC on JMMB Media TV or Mindset Movers TV. Learn more. Contact us at jmmbradio@gmail.com. Our next author of note is the wonderful Dawn Leak. Setting the standard in her field, Dawn is an international speaker, best-selling author, and the CEO of both Finally Free LLC and Dawn Leak Enterprise. Affectionately known as the Transformation Life Coach, Dawn helps successful professionals harness their true potential by putting them in touch with themselves on an intrinsic level. Having an unyielding passion for personal development, Dawn motivates clients to renew their perspective, conquer fear, and to create life balance using a system of pragmatic strategies. Dawn's mantra is simple: do it scared. Welcome, Dawn.
Hello, ladies. It's great to see you again.
Hey, Miss Dawn. How
Hey.
are you doing? Have you caught your breath yet?
I'm still trying.
Yeah. So tell us who Dawn is for those people that don't know.
Oh gosh. Um, Dawn is a little multifaceted and sometimes runs too fast for her own good. But I would say if I were describing myself, one of the things that I love to do the most is to be the vessel for authors in anthologies. Um, Not just because of the book, but because of the transformation that happens with these authors as they tell their story. Just like we've been talking about tonight, the fire that they walk through, the different things that they conquer, and how they come out just totally transformed in different people just by lifting the weight of the world off their shoulders by actually putting their story in print. So that's my ultimate favorite. It's the most rewarding thing ever.
Yeah. So you have been very, very successful at it, to say the least. So many things have, so many women have transformed under your watch, and it's definitely something to be proud of, that you can be a vessel to help other people move to their own levels. So that's an awesome thing. So tell us a little bit about your chapter in the book.
Well, I actually, this is my first time, Miss Ida, that I am the forward author. So I am so honored that Ketrice asked me, and gave me that honor. So very exciting for me. So I wrote the forward. I didn't write a full chapter. And so I'm just going to give you a teeny snippet because I did not write a long forward, but I feel a very powerful forward. And it's called The Exchange. And so a little bit, I'm just going to give you a little bit of it, is about my life and some changes that I went through in my life, and basically coming to terms with myself that I couldn't figure out what was going on in my life, but then really we kind of know it all along. I had strayed, and so I had moved away from God. I had started to covet material things and worldly things, and when you get to that point, and then you ask for help, you ask Him for help. He comes very quickly and swiftly, and what He did was he took everything. He completely humbled me. He broke me down. He took everything. And one of the things that I say in my writing is that, the more he took, the more clarity I got. And so he allowed me to rebuild and have the life that I have now. Because we try to figure out, we cry out, can you please help me? Can you, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what's wrong. We want to play the victim. When in all actuality, if we're really honest with ourselves, He's not doing the punishing. We're doing it to ourselves. And so once that light, once He gave me what I was actually doing and I could understand it and own it, and then have Him take me to the lowest place, not just an unimaginable low in my life that I never could have even thought could ever happen, he will do it. But it just as sure as he takes you down, he will bring you back out through the fire. And so that was my forging. And so that's a little bit about mine. I'm not going to give you any more about it.
And that's the truth, though. When you start to put things before God, it is not a good thing at all.
No, it's pretty simple. God giveth and God taketh away.
Pretty much.
You can have, yeah.
Right, because he wants you to put him first. He wants you to have these things,
Mhm.
but he must come first.
Absolutely.
Right, and he has given me everything back tenfold. You know, but my priorities are where they're supposed to be now. So I don't worry about being taken back to the darkness or taken back through the fire. You know, I'm fully forged. You know, of course we're always we're always being worked on, but I know in my heart, I know where my loyalties are, and I know whose I am. So yeah, that was a lesson learned. You don't forget that lesson.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget a lesson like that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you talked about that because there's so many people out there that's happened to, where they've strayed away. And I think a lot of times younger people in particular, they looking at their peers and stuff. And if they're not in a family or a family surrounding where God is put first, it's easy for them to sway away or not even realize that they're not in control.
Mhm.
Right. But then they want to come back with the age old question, why, God? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you taking all of this from me? Why are you not giving me what I want? Why?
Right.
Um,
And the
he doesn't
answer,
work that way. He does not work that way.
no, he does not. No, he does not. He must be first.
Right.
He must be first. And then you get all the abundance that he can smother you with. But as long as he's first, you're good to go. And
Mhm.
as long as you ask, and make sure you're grateful for the things that he does give you.
Yes. Gratitude is very important.
Hmm.
Sometimes we forget the little things like, we woke up this morning. We have air to breathe. We have food. We have a roof over our head. We take things for granted until they're
Yes.
gone. Until they're gone.
Wow. Well, I know that food is going to be penetrating because I know you. And I can't wait to definitely read it. I know this book is going to be a fire. I mean, all of the people that I've talked to have been on fire, literally.
Mhm.
Yeah, this, Ida, I'm in many projects right now. But this one, I just, I really feel for it. It's just so transparent. Things are so true. I really
Hmm.
think that, um, everybody that's in the book was called, and of course, Ketrice was called to do the book, and so we've all just kind of gone through all different things to be able to actually, write in the book, and of course, give our yes that we're going to. But of all the things that I've done, I think that it is my forward is probably the shortest piece I've probably written in any of the books that I've participated in or even my own. But I honestly feel that it is the most powerful writing, and I've written chapters since. But I feel this one's it. It just gets to the point and tells it like it is.
Yeah, yes, and that's definitely going to open some eyes,
Yeah, yeah,
which is designed to do. When we tell our stories, it's designed to open eyes and open hearts
Mhm.
in
yes.
all that we write. So thank you so much, Dawn. As always, mwah, much love. And we can't wait to read your chapter.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay. All righty. Wow. That was deep.
Yes.
Because
I
sometimes
can't
we
wait to
do
read the
stray.
forward.
Yes, we do stray sometimes.
Oh yeah. That's the bottom line. I mean, that's the whole difficulty of life is
Yes.
that we don't pay attention to the person that we're supposed to be paying attention to. And we don't follow the leads that are right there for us. He's given us a whole book to follow, and we just go on about our merry way. And when things stop working out, it's like, why? Like I like that she said, why me? Why God? And a lot of what we do, we've caused ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we we're put into a place of humility where we have to turn to the one who can truly help us.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Wow.
Yeah, this is going to literally be a hot one for anybody who is looking for transformation and doesn't understand what transformation is. This
Mm-hmm.
book is about transformation. Uh,
Yes, it is.
so it's going to be a fabulous book. But we have someone very special coming up right now. Not that Dawn and everybody else wasn't special, but this is the visionary behind this marvelous, soon to be released anthology, Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Ketrice Keys is a two-time best-selling author, empowerment speaker, certified Christian life coach, licensed, licensed evangelist, and CEO and founder of Ketrice Keys Enterprises, K Majestic Couture, which is an online clothing boutique, and the Spitting Fire with Ketrice podcast. Ketrice is an award-winning nursing professional having over 20 years of expertise in serving the world at large, respected for her innovative contributions to her field, including the acquisition of the CEO Award for achieving a successful implementation of electronic health records and a certification as a workforce redesign specialist. As I said, Ketrice is the visionary of the soon-to-be released anthology Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. Welcome, Ketrice.
Yay. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome, welcome.
Hi, Miss Ida. Hi, Miss Ruth. How are you guys?
Hi,
We're doing well.
Catrice.
How are you, Ketrice?
I am doing well. I am just so elated to be here with you all. And so, if my smile blinds you, just kind of look over it because I'm just so full of joy right now and so much emotion. I just don't even know how to contain it. I am grateful to be here.
Oh, we're glad
Yes,
to
and
have
we are
you.
grateful to have you.
Hmm.
So, I want to know what was the vision behind Forged by Fire, Built God Tough?
Well, to be honest with you, God gave me the title of this book before I even left the nursing profession. When I was talking to one of my patients in the setting of the public health department, and she was just, she was just talking to me, and she was just saying to me, I don't know how much more I can take. I don't know how, how I'm going to get through what I'm going through, and if anything else comes my way, I just don't think I can handle it. And I can expressly remember saying to her, you can handle it because you are built God tough. And when I said it, I said, wait a minute. Let me get something to write that down. I said, I got to write that down. And so I wrote it down. I put it in a notebook because I always keep something to write with because God always drops nuggets on me. So I wrote that down and I never even paid it any more attention. I never even, it never dawned on me that this was the title of a book. So fast forward, I resigned from my job last June as a nurse and became a full-time entrepreneur. And so of course I was in spite of it all, which was an anthology that my sister headed, and then I was in Finally Free with Dawn. And so after we did Finally Free, Dawn was like, when are you going to do your anthology? And I was like, I'm not, I'll get to it, da 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 da. And so she just kept after me. And so I said, okay, God, if you want me to do this anthology, then you're going to have to give me the title. You're just going to have to lay it all out for me. And he said, get your notebook. And I said, okay. So I went and got my notebook and I just started flipping through it. and I saw
Mhm.
Built God Tough. And I was like, oh my God. He said, that's your book. And then is when he gave me the beginning of it, Forged by Fire, Built God Tough. And so the vision of the book is just to transform lives. It's to tell transparent stories of what women are going through right now, to be authentic, to not sugarcoat your story, to let people know, women especially, because I'm called to women, to let them know that you are never too low. You've not done something that God cannot pick you up from and clean you up and set you back in a place of adoration, or set you back in a place of where he can say, now you are who I called you to be from the foundation of the world. It doesn't matter if you went through divorce. It doesn't matter if you were abused as a child. Not that it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you who you are. The refiner and the refining process that we go through with him is what makes us who we are. The burning away of all the hurt, the burning away of all the pain, the burning away of all the bitterness and the anger and the hatred. That is what causes him to look at us and say, now you are built God tough. He takes all of that stuff out of us and then he replaces it with long suffering. He replaces it with love. He replaces it with temperance and meekness. And then that's when he presents us to himself, and he can see his reflection in us. And that's when we become built God tough, ladies. And that is what the vision of this book is to let women know it doesn't matter what you've been through. God can always use you. He can always use your story to bring somebody else out and to give them hope and to let them know that they have a future as well. And it doesn't matter that they're in it right now. You can come out of it. And after you've been forged by God, after he has, and it feels like we've been beat and we've been broken down, and that's where he can really use us, is when we are broken and when we relinquish control and say, God, I'm yours. I need you
Yes.
to make me over. And that's what this book is about. It's about total transformation from within. And then when people see us, like when you see this smile that I have, this genuine smile, I haven't always been able to smile like this. But after coming out of the refiner's fire, there's nothing that can break me down now because I'm built God tough. He has instilled in me all of the things that he wanted to instill in me from the foundation of the world before I got dirtied by society and before I got dirtied by the people that I ran into, the wrong crowds and things of that nature. But the magical thing about God is that he cleans us up, and there's no residue, ladies. There's no smoke. There's no singeing. People look at you and say, I cannot believe that you actually went through those things. That's the I don't even want to use the word magic. That's the grandeur of the God we serve. How he can just clean us up like that. And so that's the vision for this book. And the ladies that have signed on for this project, I am so humbled by them. I am so grateful that they said yes, not to me, but they said yes to God first. And they said yes to themselves. Because so often we as women put ourselves on the back burner and we want everybody's dreams and visions to come to pass. But we let everything that we have a dream for, that we have a hope for, kind of slip through our hands because we're trying to take care of everybody else. But this book is it's a transformational piece. It's a piece that's ordained by God for such a time as this, for women to know and understand that God loves us and he has a place for us. And everything that we have gone through was for such a time as this, so we can let somebody else know that God still lives. He still reigns and he still sits on the throne as the supreme God. And there's nothing that he cannot do. And there's nothing he can't bring us out of. He's just an amazing God, ladies. And if I talk too much about it, I'll be done went into preaching mode because he's just that good to me.
That's so right. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. I feel the fire. I've always felt that for you since
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah.
And this and this is so amazing because the things that I've heard from these authors, none of them look like what they've been through.
Right. That's exactly right.
None.
None of them do.
None of them did.
Yes, and that's the amazing power that our God has. He
Yes.
is all powerful, and there's nothing. Some people feel like, I've done so much, and God can't love me because I've done so much. He can't love me because I've been in these places. But God's love is unconditional. He
Yeah.
loves us in spite of. He loves us when we're down low, and He loves us when we're up high. It's us. It's us that has to come to the realization that He still loves you. You have to know that God, he's not turning his back. He doesn't move.
That's
We
right.
move. We stray away. He's
Exactly.
always right there. He's
Exactly.
always right there.
Yes.
And
God
so
never
I
moves.
want women to know and understand. And so many times we get lost. We get lost in the shuffle. We get lost in day-to-day life. We get lost in our husbands. We get lost in our children. We get lost in our jobs. And we're just like in a whirlwind. And I want women to know and understand there's a place for us. And it's not for us to always be in the whirlwind and lost. We have a God that sits high and looks low, and He knows the things that we're going through. He just wants us to come to Him like the daughters that we are, and trust Him like the Father that He is, with our nakedness, with our brokenness, with our transparency, with our authenticity,
Mm.
and just say, Father, here I am.
There
I'm
you
yours.
go.
Make me. Make me
Yes.
over.
Yes.
Make me into what you
Yes.
would have me to be.
Absolutely. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, that was powerful and beautiful. And thank you for
Thank you all.
saying it for everybody who hears this, everybody who's seen it, everybody who's watching it now. Thank you, because that's such a huge message. Women have been under the gun since Eve gave Adam that apple,
Yes.
and the world has used that
Yes,
as
ma'am.
a battering ram
Yes.
against women. And we didn't know it. We didn't
Right.
realize it. And
Right.
so books like this, authors like this, chapters like this, words on a page that women can literally eat and
Yes.
say, so I'm not alone. So it wasn't just me. Oh my goodness, there's hope. I
That's
can
right.
pull myself together because there's a God who's going to stand in the gap and help me. And
Yes.
I think that's the biggest thing, is that so often we think that we're in the bottom,
Right.
that there's
That's
no way
right.
that we can get up. But
That's
the
it.
thing is that that's where God goes. He knows
Yes.
He's there with us. He's been through it He's been there every step of the way.
Every step of the way.
So He
Every step of
knows
the
us, and He knows how to grab hold of us,
Right.
give us the information that we need at the right time. And oh my goodness, I believe that this book is going to be that for so many women.
Praise
Yes.
I bet
God.
you they share it with their husbands, with their
Yes.
boyfriends.
That's
And
right.
their boyfriends and husbands are going to have some eye-opening moments
That's
too.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
I
Yes.
can't
Bless
wait, I
God.
can't wait to get hold of this book. I feel blessed to have been a part of just the interviews and
Yeah.
interviewing you. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
lady.
bringing this to
You
us.
guys are amazing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. You are amazing. And you know what? You made me think of a song that I learned as a little girl. Yes, Jesus loves me.
Loves. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yes, He does. And we don't sing that enough these days. Yes, He does love us. Yes,
Yes,
He
he
does.
does. And when you
David
started
Wright.
talking, that song just came right up.
Mhm.
And I remember learning that song. I think I was maybe about 5 years old.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Those are
Yes,
the
Jesus
first
loves
Sunday
me.
school songs that you learn.
That's right.
Yes. Wow. I am just so honored, Ketrice, to
Thank
know
you.
you.
Mhm.
I'm
And I
honored
want
as
to thank
well.
Don for introducing us.
Yes, that's right.
Mhm.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
I'm going to bring everybody up. We're probably going to sound crazy, but y'all coming up anyhow.
Yeah. So if you hear a lot of warbling, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it
But we
is.
would
But
like
we're
to
going
have
to
you
wobble
all
for a little
on.
while. We're going to do the wobble.
Yes, have everybody here just to say thank you and to see you all and let everyone see you together. Uh, we haven't always been able to do this. I don't think we did this the last time.
Yeah.
But this is, it's just power. Dawn, you're an amazing woman. And what you bring to this arena of anthologies, bringing women out with their stories, just amazing. It's amazing work. It's amazing work.
Yes, it
And
is.
so grateful to know you and to be able to witness the work that you do and that it catches fire. Ketrice, so many women that you worked with have caught fire and gone on and created their own anthologies. So
Yes.
it's like you've been seeding, you've thrown your bread out on the water, and it's going everywhere.
That's
It's
right.
going everywhere. Everybody's grabbing it and getting a chunk of it and saying, okay, now what can I do? And it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
It
Each
is.
one of you has a story that is going to touch people deeply. They've touched me, every one of them, every one of them, every
Yes.
one of them.
Yes. And all of these women are working together for a common cause. Oh my God. They are
It's power.
showing that working together is the way you make
Hmm.
it. It's the way you shine. It's the
Yeah.
way God wants you to be.
Yeah.
He put us all here to help each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He can do everything, but why? When he got
You
us.
got us. That's right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
why?
Well, he says that, that's what we're here for. He created us. We have a stewardship that
A
we
student.
are supposed to fulfill. And at
Exactly.
one time it was just, taking care of this. That's still part of that stewardship. But
Right.
in these days and times, the stewardship has grown because there's so much work that needs to be done and it needs to be
Right.
done now
Yes.
because
Exactly.
there's no, oh, we'll get around to it. This is work that has to be done now.
Now.
It's
Right.
now. It's not, oh, I'll get around to it. Oh, it's not that important. This is not a work that's been done in the past. This work is unique to the times in which we're living.
Living. Right.
And it's about healing. There are
Yes.
so many people who will not know God because they feel that they're unworthy.
Right.
They feel that they're unworthy and they have been told that they're unworthy. But
Hmm.
when they start getting these messages and start realizing, oh, that's my story.
That's right.
That's my story. And if God could do something with her, then God can do something with me.
That's right.
Let me try.
That's right.
And that moment of honesty when they finally say, God help me. Not God if, not God when, not God
Yes.
Mhm.
how. Just
Right.
God help me.
Help me.
Hmm.
That's
That's
the
it.
turning point. That
That's
is the
it.
turning point.
It
And
is.
God will absolutely answer a sincere heart.
Yes,
He
he
will
will.
answer a sincere heart.
Yes,
yeah,
he will.
And
all
I
the
believe that
time.
this book is going to do that. It's going to open doors for people, that door to be able to say that one simple phrase, God
Wow.
help
Help
me.
me. Bless God. Bless.
Mm.
Yeah. So again, Ketrice, I'm going to put this up. The book launches on June the 1st.
Yes, June 1st, 2021.
So that is what, next week?
That's
Yeah.
next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you're
So,
feeling the fire, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
It's getting hot.
Yes, I am. I am.
yeah.
I'm anxious. I'm just excited. I'm overjoyed. I just have emotions everywhere. I really do. I really do. I didn't think it would feel like this. I told the ladies on the Zoom call the other night that I've been crying off and on. Just it's just so emotional. But these are good tears. It's not sadness. It's just I'm just overjoyed and just
Yeah.
so elated to see the ladies that are excited about it and the sisterhood that's being forged and the
Mhm.
friendships that are being made. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. And to see
Yes,
the
it is.
transformation of the women, and the book hasn't even launched yet, and it's just amazing. I'm
Mhm.
just grateful. I'm grateful that God chose me to be the vessel to bring it to pass.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm grateful too.
And I
Definitely.
have to say, just jump back to when you were at work and you got that
Yes,
built God tough.
built God tough.
That's exactly when something like that happens, it's not coming from you. And it's like,
Right.
oh, wait a
Oh,
minute. Let
yeah,
me grab this out of the,
yeah,
and
exactly.
I've got to remember this. And so you had that piece of it.
Right,
And because you were open and willing, the rest
right.
came. The rest has
It
come.
came. It did. It come right
Ah,
on.
it's
Yes.
exciting. I'm excited for you all. I'm really
Thank you
Yes,
excited
so
for all of
much.
you.
I know. My adrenaline go June the 1st. My adrenaline gonna be going again.
Yeah.
I am just so grateful for all of you and your stories, and looking forward to the lives that you guys are going to touch, because you know it's going to be many around the world.
Yes.
Because
Yes, ma'am.
although we live in different continents and different places, we still have the same God,
That's right.
the same one. There is
Only
no,
one.
it's only one.
Right.
It's only one. So thank you, ladies, again. We truly appreciate you, and looking forward to the launch June
Thank you.
1st.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
So
you.
it is on. So thank you so much for all that all of you do.
Mm-hmm.
Because without you, these little things wouldn't be happening. It really
Same
would.
for you, ladies. Thank you all for your platform and for being
Thank
so open at all times to have us grace your stage. We are honored.
Yes, we are honored to have you.
Yes, we
Just
are.
know that you guys
Thank you
do
so much.
so much for us.
Yeah, we get
These
to
are
sit and get
all
all of this. We get
Yes.
all of it, and it's been beautiful. It's just been wonderful. Thank you so
Yes,
much, and congratulations,
You.
congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
yes, for sure.